Have you ever pulled a tarot card and felt like the universe was speaking directly to your soul? What if I told you that's because it literally might be? There's a hidden language woven between the tarot and the zodiac, a cosmic conversation that's been happening for centuries, and most people have no idea it exists. Today, we're diving into the secret connections between your tarot deck and the stars above. Trust me, once you see these links, your readings will never feel the same. Here's the thing. Tarot and astrology aren't just two separate mystical practices that happen to hang out in the same spiritual circles. They're actually twin languages describing the same universal truths. Think of the zodiac as the sky's story, and tarot as that same story told through images and archetypes. Each major arcana card carries the energy of a zodiac sign, and when you understand this connection, you're basically getting a cheat code to the universe. It's like suddenly realizing your favorite song and your favorite painting are telling you the exact same message, just in different forms. The ancient mystics knew this. They designed the tarot as a portable cosmos, a way to hold the wisdom of the stars right in your hands. So let's unlock these connections together. The fire signs. Aries, the Emperor. Let's start with fire. Aries, the warrior of the zodiac, is represented by the Emperor. And doesn't that just make perfect sense? Aries' energy is all about leadership, taking charge, blazing trails. The Emperor sits on that throne with absolute authority, creating structure through sheer force of will. That's Aries' energy. Pioneering, commanding, unapologetically bold. When the Emperor appears in your reading, Aries is whispering, take control. Build your empire. Stop asking for permission. Leo, strength. Now Leo, the royal lion, connects to the strength card. But here's what's beautiful. It's not about brute force. Look at that card. A woman gently closing a lion's mouth with her bare hands. That's Leo's true power. The courage that comes from a generous heart. The strength that radiates from confidence rather than aggression. Leo teaches us that real strength is magnetic, not forceful. It draws others in rather than dominating them. Sagittarius, temperance. And Sagittarius, our philosophical archer, aligns with temperance. This card is all about blending opposites, seeking truth, finding the middle path. That's the Sagittarian quest for wisdom, taking experiences from different worlds and mixing them into something transcendent. Temperance says, balance isn't boring, it's enlightenment. Very Sagittarius, very expansive. The earth signs. Taurus, the Hierophant, moving into earth energy. Taurus connects to the Hierophant, and this one surprises people. But think about it. Taurus values tradition, loyalty, and things that stand the test of time. The Hierophant represents sacred knowledge, the wisdom of established systems. Both energies ask, what's worth preserving? What traditions nourish your soul? Virgo, the Hermit. Virgo gets the Hermit, which is absolutely perfect. While everyone's out partying, Virgo's on a mountain somewhere, analyzing, refining, seeking inner perfection. The Hermit holds that lantern not to light the way for others, but to see the truth clearly themselves. This is Virgo's gift, the willingness to walk alone if that's what self-improvement requires. Capricorn, the Devil. Now Capricorn and the Devil, this sounds dark, but stay with me. This isn't about evil. The Devil card represents material mastery, ambition, sometimes being chained to earthly pursuits. That's Capricorn's shadow and light combined. The ability to climb any mountain, but the danger of forgetting why you started climbing. It's a reminder, ambition is powerful, but make sure you're building something that feeds your soul, not just your ego. The air signs. Gemini, the lovers. Air signs, let's talk. Gemini connects to the lovers, and yes, it's about relationships, but it's deeper than that. It's about choices, duality, the constant conversation between different parts of yourself. Gemini is the sign of the twins, forever weighing options, seeing both sides. The Lover's card says every choice is a commitment, every relationship a mirror. Libra, justice. Libra gets justice, which is probably the most obvious connection we have. Those scales, that sword, pure Libra energy. But here's the mystical part. Libra doesn't just want fairness in the external world. They're balancing karma, weighing souls, seeking cosmic equilibrium. When justice appears, Libra whispers, every action creates a reaction. Choose wisely. Aquarius, the star. And Aquarius, our water bearer, connects to the star. This is the card of hope, innovation, pouring divine wisdom down to humanity. That's Aquarius in a nutshell. The visionary who sees the future and works to bring it into being. The star appears after the tower, after everything falls apart. Aquarius energy says, from the ruins, we'll build something better. The water signs. Cancer, the chariot. Water signs, you're up. Cancer connects to the chariot, and this might seem contradictory. Cancer's so emotional, so home-focused. But the chariot isn't about aggression. It's about emotional determination. Those two sphinxes pulling in opposite directions? That's Cancer wrestling with feelings while still moving forward. Cancer's superpower is protecting what they love with unstoppable force. Scorpio, death. Scorpio gets death, and before you panic, this is the most powerful connection in the entire deck. Death isn't about endings, it's about transformation. That's Scorpio's entire vibe. They don't fear the dark because they know that's where rebirth happens. Scorpio energy says, let it die so something truer can emerge. That's sacred work. Pisces, the moon. And Pisces, dreamy Pisces, connects to the moon. Illusion, intuition, the subconscious mind, this is where Pisces swims. The moon card is mysterious, sometimes confusing, showing us that not everything needs to be understood logically. Pisces teaches trust what you feel, even when you can't explain it. So here's what I want you to take away. The next time you pull a card, ask yourself, what zodiac energy is showing up? What cosmic message is trying to reach you? Your birth chart and your tarot readings aren't separate things. They're the same story told in different dialects, and you're fluent in both, even if you didn't know it until now. The universe is always speaking. Tarot and astrology? They're just two of the ways you can learn to listen. If this video opened your eyes to something you didn't see before, let me know in the comments which zodiac tarot connection resonated with you most. And hey, maybe pull a card right now and see if it matches your sun, moon, or rising sign. The universe loves a good synchronicity. Thanks for watching. And remember, the stars are always listening, and the cards are always ready to talk back.